The SIG Rattler, possibly the smallest 300 Blackout tactical rifle on the market, and it is covert. Let's check it out. Yeah!
Can't make a promise, but I do my best. 25 I'm 25 rap. Just got started, no we ain't done yet. Bought a new crib, that's a goddamn flex. Sign that check. Told them last year that I been up next. Can't take calls, but I send that text. From way downtown, but it's just still wet.
What's up, YouTube? Today, checking out SIG Rattler Gen 1. This is an OG Rattler when they first came out, chambered in 300 Blackout. I have a lot of experience shooting this gun, and as expensive as the ammo is, I like the 300 Blackout in this 5-inch barrel configuration because it is very compact, especially if we take the can off of it and we fold that down. See how small that is? We could almost have a holster for this. We're running it today with the Sandman K and the Midwest Industries backplate. The recoil impulse of the firearm isn't as bad as you would suspect out of a 5-inch barrel. So we're gonna run some drills today. We're gonna do our standard drills. And then we got a little bit of a treat where we have purchased a few extra pieces here. And we'll talk about the whys behind that. But we're gonna start with high and low ready at 7 yards. It is muggy as shit out here. Foggy glasses. Here we go. High ready. A-zone. Good hit. 0.88. Low ready. Wow. 0.92. That may be the first time that our low ready was slower than the high ready. Good group though. Let's talk about ammo that we're shooting. We got some S&B full powered stuff, and we're shooting some subs too, and we'll show you which ammo is which. This is the subs right now because I'm trying to run some subs and see how they perform. We've cycled through the S&Bs quite a bit, and they're good rounds for this gun, and we've had no issues with either so far, so knock on wood. Okay, cool. Let's run a Mozambique into a bill drill. Glass is fogging like a mother effer. On the clock. Here we go. They're all in there. A-zone on the head box dropped a little short of where I wanted. 1.83 Mozambique. 2 body, 1 head. Great drill. A lot of fun. Bill drill. A-zone. Ooh, we grouped tight. Time. 181. 181 on the time there. This is a 4-shot string from that, and the other 2 were somewhere in here. Not bad. Awesome. Let's run an Prez. We're gonna do pocket reloads to keep it covert. Shh. Put on your imagination caps for a second. You're walking home in one of America's safest cities like Chicago. You just left the grocery store, and there's 3 dudes standing at the end screaming, "Give us all of your Beyond Meat." And you tell them, "Well, fellas, the only brand of Beyond Meat I have in this bag is El Presidente." I guess we could say they checked out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So we only threw 1, and we were shooting this in cowboy style with the buttstock folded. Pablo Escobar's plane's flying over right now. First split on that was a 1.04, not bad. Total time for the Prez, there it is, 981. That's a pretty darn good Prez from a grocery bag. As with most things, the good comes with the bad. The good side of the SIG Rattler is that it is so small and compact.
So smooth.
The bad side is that we have very limited rail space to weigh our guns down more than we probably ever should or need to. But Midwest Industries came out with a solution for that with their suppressor ready rail. This thing is bad ass. Basically what we have here is a fatter handguard that is made specifically for the Rattler that slides over the suppressor. We have a Pac 15 Atpeel C out on the front running a mod light with the push button for the mod light wrapped under some camo form, and all we did was just Velcro and drop down our pressure pad for the laser. So it affords us a little bit more rail space obviously than the stock handguard does on the SIG Rattler, but more importantly I can get my hand in that more comfortable position where I'm more used to shooting. So I can come up on top of my Atpeel here, or I can drop it down right behind it and kind of use that as a hand stop. I picked this up because I wanted to see kind of how it compared to the Rattler factory handguard, and so far I really am enjoying shooting. Now, as we've heard and we know, there is a little slop in these Midwest rails where they will move laterally. Vertically is not nearly as noticeable, but that lateral movement. So if we are mounting a laser on here, which God only knows why I have it, I would like to be able to maintain that 0 that I have it set up for. We're just gonna run real quick, high ready, low ready, and a bill drill, shooting the same ammo we've been doing with the factory rail, and just compare the times. And we'll have to go back and check them, but we're gonna put it on the clock and just run them in sequence here real quick. .99. That guy next to us, I think, figured out bump stocks were legal again. Nice, .81. .81. Low ready. Okay, now let's go a Billy Boy drill, a Billiam drill. 196 bill drill. I think that was actually a little slower. Cool, good. So I'm pretty sure we were high and lows right here. We had a really nice group for the highs and lows there. And then our bill drill, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Arenos in there. All right, let's talk ammo real quick. So we're shooting stealth subs, 220 grain subs out of this guy. And we talked a little bit about the recoil out of the 5.5 inch SIG Ratty Tatty Boy.
Oh my God, I just found a rat's nest, slaughtered about 200 of them.
We're gonna just run a couple doubles here on the clock. So we're shooting 220 grain stealths, and then in this mag is S&B 124 grain super duper boys. And we're gonna run 3 sets of doubles for each, and then put them on the clock so we can get an average time to kind of check that, what the recoil difference is between the subs and the supers, okay? $365. How many days in the year that we worry about taxes? Okay, now we're gonna run our supers. Way more barky. 3 flat though. If you have experience shooting like a MP5 SD, and when you shoot it you almost feel like, God, that was like a squib round. That's almost what those supers, or the subs, feel like when we're shooting the subs through this gun. The recoil is way more easy to manage, but it's more unfamiliar than shooting like supers. When I shoot supers through this, it reminds me of an 11.5, 5.56. Same kind of recoil that I get from that gun. So I can run it a little more consistently. The subs are more manageable, but our split was 0.6 of a second slower with the subs than it was for this, because when I start shooting these, I get back into that rhythm. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, so just something to keep in mind. And the supers are way louder, not hearing safe at all, like at all. Even with the CMA&K, I probably wouldn't shoot the 124 SMBs through here without hearing protection on. So long as nobody's bump stocking the 100 meter range, we're gonna go over there and shoot some steel. 100 yards, last drill of the day with the SIG Rattler. So we're gonna shoot 3 subs first, and then we'll go 3 supers. Standing offhand, 66% E-type downrange. Go. 3 for 4 at a hundo with the subs. Now let's switch over to the supers and see if we can do the same thing. Man, those things pack a punch, boy. That thing is swanging. 3 for 4. So, I would say I would feel comfortable at that 100 yards with a 300 Blackout and a 5-inch barrel. Maybe not on the subs. We weren't getting obviously nearly as much movement on that steel as we were with the supers. But clearly capable of getting the job done at least 100 yards. Super cool gun. It's one of my favorite guns that I personally own. I've had it for a long time. I've shot it a ton here and at my previous job. And we finally broke our Surefire pressure pad, which is probably, when these things first came out, 12, 13 years old. And it finally broke on us. So we had to ratchet tape it together. But that's it. SIG Rattler in its glory. I want to thank you guys for coming out and watching today. This was a little bit longer of a video. I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks for having a blast. We'll see you next time. Yeah.